trainer that I had previously told me that I needed surgery to fix it, and nothing else was going to fix it. So I was like, "You're full of shit." What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. My name is Pax. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, like the video. If you dislike the video, then dislike the video. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I have been obsessed with bodybuilding for around 15 years now. Crazy fitness transformation, and share with you guys on how I've achieved my physique and some of the struggles along the way, and what's really worked for me as far as like supplements go, diets, training, and even peptides. I started getting into fitness when I was in high school, and I saw other guys that were more jacked than me, and I wanted to be like that. I wanted to bench press 315. I have done pretty much every single training program. I've done so many various diets, veganism, a ketogenic diet, a half ketogenic diet, a whole foods diet only. I've done the if fits or macros diet, where you eat Pop-Tarts and protein powder. No, that is not a healthy diet, and that's not what I'm promoting. I found the best results from when I eat a mostly whole foods diet, and that is from eating good like 90%, I would say, whole foods, and just have the rest 10%, to enjoy life. I don't really drink alcohol, hardly ever. The last time I drank alcohol was about 6 months ago. I'm sure you've all heard you have to eat like what you want to look like, and I can definitely attest to that. What you put in your body is so important, and not only on how you feel, but how you look, how much progress you're going to make, what your blood work is going to look like, and it's really pretty much the sole proprietary drive of your entire well-being, your physical well-being, your mental well-being, your performance in the gym. Diet is going to be fucking number one. So if you're eating Pop-Tarts with bacon smashed between it and filling the rest in with protein powder, even if it does fit your macros, that works, but it really doesn't, because it's not good for your blood work. It's not good for your energy levels. You're going to, at least I did not feel good when I ate that kind of food. I followed the whole like Matt Ogus trend type of thing when it was a thing. I don't know who started the if it fits your macros trend, but I'm pretty sure people on YouTube kind of ruined that. And then there was this whole like fiasco of drama throughout YouTube that I was watched pretty much all of that since 2012. That was interesting. Some people that I look up to are not only Matt Ogus. I know that he's promoted some things that I don't agree with, but you obviously don't have to agree with everyone that you watch. I think that you should take the information from multiple sources, from multiple people, and come up with what works best for you, because that's what's going to get you the results. If you don't want to go to the gym, if you're having a training program that's boring, for perhaps that probably is not a good thing for you. I know for sure that probably 95% of training regimens do work and they get results, but you want to find the program that really works for you. The program that works for me might not be for you. So there's really a lot that goes into health, into being aesthetic and looking, I guess, being like the next fucking Instagram guru. It's there's so much to fitness in the fitness industry and bodybuilding. It's really like evolved in the past 10 years or so and gotten really more popular in the last 5 years. I've been consistent with training. I've done like deloads and stuff, and I've followed like programs that helped me the most, I would say, would be the Gym Wonders 5-through-1 program. That program was phenomenal, and I pretty much got most of my baseline strength from that program. It's it was really enjoyable for me to run when I was doing that for about 5 years, and I didn't want to do any other program. And I fucking loved going to the gym. I still love going to the gym, but I've done like legs push pull. I've done like modified legs push pulls. I've followed like Renaissance periodization. I feel like he has probably one of the best programming out there, in my opinion. But I've wrote my own programs. I've wrote programs for other people, and it's really highly individualized. So there's not really one that I could say that is like the best. What works for you is going to work for you, and what works for me is obviously going to work for me. Some of the role models that I have had is people like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Frank Zane. People like that I really looked up to when I was younger, and I wanted to not only be like them, but I quickly realized that competitive bodybuilding was not exactly in my genetics. Now, I do want to compete someday, potentially. I'm really not sure on that. I know a couple people have asked me, do you compete? You look like you're like almost ready for a fucking show. I just don't really want to go down that route at the moment, because me being in porn, every competitive bodybuilder knows that when you get to a certain level of body fat, I would say below 8%, you're in like dangerous territory at that point. And I wanted to have my health be the number one priority in how I feel. I don't know if I would be able to still continue to do like OnlyFans and studio work as consistently as I have done if I'm competing for a bodybuilding show, because it does take a lot out of you. Being that lean is really, in my opinion, not exactly healthy. If it fits your macros, bro. I really found like the most success from obviously eating the majority of whole foods throughout the day. And I, right now, follow a ketogenic diet during the day, and then you take all my carbs and eat it at the end of the day, because it's better for my mental performance. I think a lot of like YouTubers are doing that right now, and I found great success from it. Although it's not very good for physical performance, it's great for mental performance. But I would be careful on that. I've gone multiple days with like not eating enough, and that can be a problem in the long term. I think that everyone should be going to the gym. I think that everyone should be having some type of resistance training, although calisthenics, if that's your thing, go for it. CrossFit, if that's your thing, fucking go for it. I encourage all of that. As long as it doesn't hurt your body and it's not having the potential to create injuries, that's what I would mainly look for in a program. And same thing with diet too. If you're, eating fucking Pop-Tarts all day, or, fucking whole milk and all this garbage food, you're going to feel like garbage. I promise you that. And steroids will not really fix that. A lot of people think that the use of performance-enhancing drugs will literally make them a fucking god, and they will be immune to like everything, and they will be so fucking strong. Well, that's not really the case. The majority of the factors that lead to a aesthetic physique that's strong and healthy and feeling good is your training and nutrition. I'm a big fan of peptides, and I think that they have their place, but I don't think that everyone should be taking them. I think that most supplements are bullshit, but you want to, like whey protein, for instance. It's a convenient thing, but I would rather eat chicken and rice, because that's going to be the best for you, the best for your energy levels, the best for your performance, because it's real fucking food. as soon as you put all these processed foods into your diets, things just, they're not the same. And I have a degree in nutritional science. I'm not saying I know everything, obviously I don't, but there is a lot of weight to having, eating good quality foods, having enough micronutrients in your diets, and having just like a multivitamin to supplement for like a bad dieting practice is not what I would recommend. I think that a multivitamin should be on top of, what you're already eating good quality foods. And that includes, everything, vegetables, everything, fruits. You obviously don't want to have too much like fruits, in my opinion. But you want to have enough to where your blood work looks good and you feel good. As far as the supplements that do work, obviously whey protein, it's just like, having some chicken. It's just a convenient way of getting protein in. And you need to have enough protein to build muscle. You need to have enough protein to sustain muscle. I've done, multiple cutting phases, multiple bulking phases. Back when I was in high school. Right now I kind of just main gain, and I just when you're at like a more of the experienced level of fitness, it's going to be a lot harder to gain muscle, and it's going to be you're going to want to stay at a leaner body fat, in my opinion. That's just what works for me, and I don't think that you should be like bulking your ass off and gaining 50 pounds and then having to cut all that fat off. That's not exactly healthy, in my opinion. That's like the old school bodybuilder type of thing, but I've never experienced any good results from that, and I definitely didn't feel good. I think that slowly incrementing on things, like slowly adding weight or slowly increasing calories if you want to gain more muscle. Same thing goes with diet too. You want to slowly ease into it. You don't want to be losing 10 pounds in a single week, because if you're already like super lean. Now, if you're like overweight, that could be a different story. What worked best for me on like the frequency of going to the gym was, and still is, around 5, maybe 6 days a week. I feel the best off of that, and it fuels my addiction to the gym, as a lot of like competitive fitness athletes have that same thing. You can go to the gym 7 days a week if you want to, but you got to just play it smart. Like, how much volume are you doing? How many sets per week are you doing? Because if you're doing too much, you're probably going to get burnt out. And I've experienced that many times before. But if you're doing too little, like maybe 1 time a week, 2 times a week, I would say that's not really enough. But anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week, that's really what contributed to how I look and how I feel. The number one thing that contributed to my transformation was consistency. And you got to be consistent with it. You got to eat your food. You got to go to the gym. You can't really, if you like skip a gym session and then the next time becomes another skip gym session, that's going to add up over time, and it's going to negatively impact your growth. I like to, on my off days, do mostly cardio, but I struggle with cardio personally. I always feel best when I do around 10,000 steps per day, maybe more. That's just good, like a rule of thumb for overall cardiovascular health. But you want to be taking in your omega-3s, you want to be taking in your fish oil, you want to have all of the micronutrients as well to support your cardiovascular system. And before, I've done a video on peptides. As far as that goes, they're more so for like healing, like BPC 157, for example. I would inject that into my shoulders about 5 times a week, And no, that is not a steroid. That is stands for Body Protection Compound 157. And what that's going to do is going to heal the brain, the gut, and the muscles. That is going to potentially prevent injuries, but I don't rely on it. It's going to definitely fix injuries a lot faster than your body's natural recovery rate can go. But I found that BPC 157 is, I mean, although it is expensive because you do have to do quite a bit of it and quite frequently, but my brain feels fucking better. I had this shoulder injury. Pretty sure I tore one of the parts of my rotator cuff, and there's 4 muscles in the rotator cuff. And the trainer that I had previously told me that I needed surgery to fix it, and nothing else was going to fix it. So I was like, "You're full of shit. I'm going to prove you wrong." He said he was one of those guys that was like, "Oh, you need to eat fucking 12 ounces of steak a day. It can't be anything else but potatoes, steak, and my way or the highway" type of coach. I didn't continue with him, obviously, but that might have worked for him, but it just wasn't the best for me. I discovered BPC 157 at the time, and I wanted to give it a shot. And I did it for about 2 months, and that shoulder injury completely gone. It was fucking amazing. And I've read, and heard from other people that they have had serious injuries in it, drastically improving that injury, if not completely healing it. Now, you would want to do it quite frequently. It does take time. You don't just inject it one time and it heals you completely. That's not the case. But I use it as a preventative measure on top. It's like a supplement, something that's going to give me a 10, maybe 20% boost. And it's going to help me recover from the gym, recover the central nervous system, which is really something that you don't want to get burnt out on. I experienced that firsthand by doing way too many sets of deadlifts too frequently, along with heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, and heavy benching. I had to pick one to just really focus on, and then I could do maybe 70% of the rest. That is something that really bothered me, and I had a ton of post-workout brain fog after I would complete a deadlift day. So that wasn't, I wasn't really a fan of that, and I didn't really want to be fucking sleeping all day. So BPC 157, I would highly recommend it, but I would definitely talk to your doctor about it and talk to someone that actually knows that compound in complete honesty, somebody that is a medical professional. Don't take my word for it. I'm just sharing with you my experience on it. As far as other peptides go, I have videos on that. I will link them either in the description or up here. And yeah, the main thing is literally your diet, your training, and then everything else, including supplements, peptides, performance-enhancing drugs, whatever you want to take. Those are the icing on the cake. But the main thing is you have to have the roots of everything, which is your diet, your training, sleep. Sleep is super important. If you're not getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night, in my opinion, or enough REM sleep, that can be a problem, and that can prevent you from growing. That can prevent you from doing a lot of things. So the picture in the thumbnail was about a little bit more than 10 years ago, and I used to have a pretty decent physique, but it obviously was underdeveloped. It wasn't quite there yet. And then after 10 plus years, this is where I'm at currently. I am very proud of this physique, and I definitely want to, it's a lifestyle. You got to keep going. In my opinion, I have potential plans of competing, but something I'm going to have to really think about, because the negatives at the moment outweigh the benefits, in my opinion, and I definitely don't want to have a sex drive that's non-existent, as that's what I do for work, and I would be very depressed if my sex drive was low. So maybe I can figure out a solution to that, but I will give you guys a video if I do. Taking things like all the peptides too. I've trust me, I've tried that while I was pretty lean, like around maybe 7% body fat. I was like really close to competing before, about a year and a half ago, and I backed out because my sex drive went to shit. And I was on melanotan too. I was on Semax, and I was, taking everything that I needed to take, and my diet was in check, my training was in check. Just my body just didn't want to be that fucking lean. Things just started to shut down, and I've seen that in not only performance enhanced athletes, but also natural athletes. It doesn't really matter. It seems like when you get to a certain level of body fat, a certain level of leanness, that your body just doesn't really want to work that well. So that is my reason for not competing at the moment, but I will definitely think about it. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you are not subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe if you want to see more of these type of videos. And I hope that you got something out of this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, smash the like. If you like this video, smash that like button, and definitely comment down below your thoughts. I want to know what your guys' opinion is. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are, and let me know pretty much anything. I'm an open book, and if you want to go to my exclusive sites, it's always in the description. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.